Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My name is Connor, and boy oh boy are we in for some good times ahead right now. We were just live on Sunday, and what did we say? We said there's nothing to fear in this market. I hope you guys understood what I was telling you. The only thing to fear right now is fear itself. Let's get it, lads. Let's get right into the charts. There's a lot to talk about. We absolutely ripped to start the week, and we love to see it. Smash up that like button as we get this live stream started, and let's start off like we always do with our crypto market overview. So looking at the current market, we have altcoins absolutely ripping. All right, WorldCoin, as you can see, is up 66%. This thing was trading for like 80 cents on Saturday, 85 cents. It's at $1.80 right now. It's absolute takeoff season right now. Bitcoin, 111,300. It's really just like altcoins ripping. Bitcoin and ETH going sideways, kind of just holding their ground. Meanwhile, alts are having a big old party at the current moment in time. Looking at the crypto bubbles top 100. Looking at the crypto bubbles top 100 here, there's two major gainers on the day. That's WorldCoin and there's MYX. MYX, I mean, it's total crime season for MYX. The Binance cartel is just pumping this thing to the stratosphere. Here's the funding rate. It flipped positive when the price hit around $8, and this happened, like 12 hours ago or something. And then the funding rate just flipped negative, and this thing just continued to rip up higher. Absolutely insane stuff. I haven't traded MYX at all, but it's crazy to see what is happening. Shout out to the Binance cartel for pumping this thing to the absolute moon, right? You're seeing a 13x in like a day, basically. Literally on the 6th. So over the weekend on Saturday, this thing was $1. It is now trading for $13. Just yesterday, or I mean today's daily candle, really, because it just closed, this thing pumped up like 300%, which is a 4x, 300% delta. Crazy stuff, guys. Absolutely crazy stuff. Looking at Dogecoin, I mean, really strong start to the week for things like Doge. It's breakout season, really. From Sunday and Monday's candle, this thing is up 11%. I'm going to be going over where you should be looking if you need to get into these coins. Like if you don't have entries and you're wondering, should you buy now, things like that, stick with me, stick around. We'll be getting into all of those very important, pertinent, juicy details on how to play this market going forward. All right, we gave you the perfect script on Sunday. We said it's time to go. I told you how I don't think the market is even going to dip. The market did not dip. It simply ripped. Now, I'll give you the next play-by-play update. Stick with me and smash up that like button. If you are new here to Crypto Empire, smash that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Let's get it, lads. We're going to start off looking at the majors because that's really the most important thing when it comes to having a good read on the market and being able to gauge when you should be, say, entering into a fresh position. So here is Tether Dominance USDT. And really, it's just kind of still in a range. It's still in a bit of a range here. As you can see, it hasn't broken these lows over here, 4.38%. Now, the market really is still in a range at large. I'll come back to Tether Dominance in a moment, but let's look at Corn here, Bitcoin. And Bitcoin keeps on rejecting off of 112, 113, right? This is big resistance. So I know you guys might not want to hear it, but this is not like the market is not confirmed altcoin season just yet. We've had some pretty crazy moves over the past few days. Yes, we have. But we're not confirmed that we're going to go to the moon like just yet. Because the majors, Bitcoin, ETH as well. ETH is noticeably weaker actually, but Bitcoin is unable to break above 113. This thing needs to put in a daily candle close above the previous week high, which is at like 113,400. Okay, it just keeps on rejecting. So it is still possible. Yes, guys, you probably don't want to hear it, but it actually is still possible we go and test like 105 to 102. All right. the market is based off of probabilities. Yes. Yes, it is. There is a chance that happens. Again, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. This would simply be the pullback before up only, especially on altcoins. All right. That's it. We either just chop around and we break out, or we go and we liquidate all the high leveraged degenerate traders, and then we full send. That's all. That's the only two scenarios that we should be concerned about right now. Everything else is simply irrelevant. Okay? So anyone's calling for a bear market or any of that bullshit, you should probably mute them and focus on what actually matters, which is the two scenarios I just shared with you right here, right now. Smash up the like button if you agree, lads. But anyways, yeah, Bitcoin unable to break resistance. I mean, we got to take this level by level, all right? So until we can break above 113, we're still in a ranging market. It's that simple. And yeah, this 1 day level of supply keeps on getting tapped. There's the 4-day demand down here. It's been holding. We'll see how we go. But as of right now, this is still in a range-bound market. My main concern is altcoins, and I'll be going over setups on altcoins in a bit. Let's just get through these majors. But yeah, I mean, the lower levels are still technically open, but I'm bullish. That's all you got to know. All right, back to Tether dominance here. So Tether dominance, again, still range bound. Just like Bitcoin is unable to break resistance, Tether dominance is unable to break support. And because this is an inverse correlated chart, we need this thing to break support. It's quite simple. So yeah, I mean, until we can break and have a daily candle close beneath 4.38%, we're really not out of the woodworks just yet. So let's keep a watchful eye on this. If this thing does want to hit the level at 4.64%, that's confluence for a major bottom. And that's it. That's it before this thing just sinks down sub 4% and altcoin season actually begins. So yeah, still range bound. Keep a watchful eye, lads. But that's what you got to know about Tether dominance. 4.64 to the upside if it does go up and the market goes down. Or if we get a daily candle close beneath 4.38, we are all systems go for blast off. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance. Still expecting Bitcoin to outperform ETH here in the short term. Now let's get into these totals. So yeah, total has a fresh 1 day demand over here. This would be a nice level to buy things if the total comes into this 1 day demand at 3.63 trillion. Other than that, same as Bitcoin, it has to close above these highs on the daily time frame to actually confirm our breakout here. It's still unconfirmed. Total 2 over here has the 12-hour still at 148 trillion. That would be a nice level if given, although I'm not sure that we go that low. That's quite low. That would be quite generous from the market makers. Remember, they don't want to see you win, so I doubt they give that to you. I want to see you win, though. Smash that like button. I like this level at 1.5 trillion exactly for the total 2. If we do end up dipping there, that is a buy, a very strong buy. And then to the upside, same thing as the other majors. This thing has to close above 1.61 trillion. I see we got a super chat from the Green Hornet, my man the Green Hornet, with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate your support. Love to see it. And he says, AI16Z rally, keep moving, or where do you see the pullback? And hit the likes, he says. Let's go, baby. Yeah, let's go take a look at AI16Z or Z. Shout out to all the Brits and Aussies who say Z. I say Z. But let's go look at this coin. Absolute ripper, lads. I was actually on the phone with Neo yesterday, and I was looking at it. He faded. Shout out to Neo. But anyways, yeah, once this thing reclaimed 10 cents or 9.8 cents, it just absolutely ripped. Huge daily candle, 25%. I mean, it's up 28% from yesterday's open. So what's the level, lads? What's the level? Well, there's a few of them. The main one, we're going to have to use some fib confluence, but the main one I see is this big hunky daily hidden order block that will be confirmed on today's daily candle close. But there's a few. Let's take a fib right now and see what we get. So I like that 50%. This is going to be at 10.75 cents. And I also really do like the golden pocket, the 61.8, coming in at 10.21 cents. So my man, the Green Hornet, these would be your levels to look for a pullback. Some nice hidden order blocks on the daily time frame. Yes, they are technically partially mitigated, but we have fib confluence. These would be the levels to look for. Or just a retest of like 9.8, which was the major support resistance flip level. But yeah, I mean, these are your levels, lad. These are your levels. And we'll keep it at that. You got to give room, though, in case it wants to sweep Monday's low. And that's the setup, really, that I'm looking for on most altcoins this week. Stay tuned as we go through them. Let's go through Dogecoin, all right? Because we might as well just go through Dogecoin right now and watch the level to look for. Give you guys some juicy details right now on Doge. So yeah, I mean, this thing is up 11.5% from Sunday's daily open. It's up 10%. It did go as high as 13%. So really strong move. Now, we're going to go back to our bread and butter here, lads. We're going back to our bread and butter, which is what? The Monday range trading strategy. If you haven't watched that video on YouTube, I highly encourage you to go watch that video. It's very appropriate in times like this, where if you want to get a good entry, you just simply wait for that Monday low to get swept. And that is usually going to give you a perfect continuation trade entry, especially in these bullish types of conditions. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame here on Dogecoin. And what we have here in the hourly is our clearly marked out Monday range. And our Monday low is down here at 22.6 cents. So I think if you're looking for Dogecoin, if you want to get into this trend, you look for simply price to come into this 1 hour fair value gap just beneath the Monday low. All right. Very simple setup. Very, very simple setup. I would give it some breathing room. Okay, I would give it a little bit of breathing room over here. Likely stop around these levels. Risk like around 4% or so. Because your upside minimum target, I think, if this is actually going to be the breakout, we're looking for about 32 cents. So it's a really favorable risk reward. Our yearly open up here at 31.5. That's a 39% gain. So yeah, that's what we're looking for in something like Doge. And a lot of altcoins have pretty similar setups. We're just looking for that Monday range strategy to come into play right now, lads. It's that simple, okay? But anyways, we haven't finished looking at the majors yet, so let's go back and look at those. We haven't looked at Ethereum. So Ethereum. On the weekly time frame, guys, there is a major level of demand. Do you see it? Hopefully you see it. It's right here. It's right here, guys. So we can label that 1 week demand. Just a big fat order block right here on the weekly. Where is this? 38.73. So look, if Ethereum trades into this around 3,800, it's a buy. And like we talked about, the market's still range bound. Altcoins are ripping. Retail is excited again, right? Everyone's jumping for joy. Our coins are all pumping. It's amazing, right? Trades are printing cash, right? The money printer's back on if you guys are trading right now and you've been long. It's just raining cash. It's printing cash out here. Life is good, right? Now, things can, retrace. And if Ethereum goes to 3,800, that's just the buy before like 6K to 8K. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. don't overcomplicate it right now. The only thing to fear is fear itself. So that's the plan for ETH. And we went over how a lot of altcoins, their Ethereum ratios, they were getting slammed and slaughtered for the past few months. But they're at places where they're starting to turn around, right? Here's Tau versus ETH. From April, this thing lost 66% of its value versus Ethereum. But now it does look like it is starting to turn around off of this low, right? Already a positive move of 11% gain back in market share. SUI, same thing, right? From April, SUI lost 65% of its value to Ethereum. Same exact value that it lost from Tau. Now, as you can see, it hit this weekly demand and it's starting to turn around. XLM, we went over this long setup, right? But another one where it's gained like 9%, 10% of its value versus Ethereum in the past 2 weeks. And then Litecoin versus ETH, another one that is in a weekly demand level. So anyways, yes, guys. Also, we talked about ETH BTC, how it's going to pull back down here to like 0.36. So basically, Ethereum is kind of just going to take a little bit of a back seat before it starts to take the driver's seat again, which means that Bitcoin and altcoins are going to be outperforming Ethereum. But when it hits that level at like 3870, that's when it's time to start giving Ethereum the reins again. Hopefully that makes sense. Others dominance, big breakout here, guys. We love to see it. All right, but it's still technically in a range. We got to respect our range high up here at 8.95%. Range low is down here at 6.8%. So we're looking for the move up to the range high, but we're not going to see altcoin season until others dominance breaks out above the range high. Looking at the altcoin season index, it's not altcoin season. It is not altcoin season just yet. This is at a 59. Over the weekend, this was at a 65. Okay, we need to hit 75 to be an altcoin season. So the reason this thing went lower, it was at 65 over the weekend, and now it's at 59 on a Monday evening, is because Bitcoin and Ethereum are just not doing anything. The move right now is simply just altcoins moving without the majors doing anything. So that's why this went down. Again, we need this to go above 75 to be an altcoin season, and we are not there just yet. Looking at the fear and greed index, people are still not really greedy and they're no longer too fearful. We are in neutral territory. So, I mean, hopefully you guys didn't fade me on Sunday on yesterday's live stream when I was max bullish, balls to the wall bullish, calling for this move here on altcoins. But a lot of people are still kind of hesitant. We're still in neutral territory. So that's quite interesting. Now, when it comes to our economic calendar, there are some things on the horizon for this week. Look, on Wednesday, there's the PPI numbers. On Thursday, there's the inflation numbers with the CPI. But really the big ones, the big kahuna is next week, right? The FOMC interest rate meeting, which is on Wednesday, September 17th. And also, don't forget, Peter Thiel is talking on Monday, September 15th about the Antichrist in San Francisco. And a lot of people don't understand why that's an important market event. But when Peter Thiel is buying billions of dollars worth of Ethereum through BitMine, it means that whatever he says now has a lot of relevance to the crypto market. Most guys don't understand. Hopefully you do understand. Hopefully if you watch this channel and you didn't understand before, you will now begin to understand. Smash that like button, lads. Let's go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But yeah, we got some big stuff on the horizon right now, guys. A lot of stuff coming up. And yeah, we'll see what happens with these numbers. If these numbers don't come out good on Wednesday or Thursday and we see this dip, right? If we see some coins such as we went over Doge at 22.5 beneath Monday's low, we simply take the long setup. All right, we don't let fear get in our way. We have the setup, we have the plan in place. Now we just have to execute when the market gives us the opportunity to execute. If you want results, you're never going to get any results if you don't pull that trigger. So let's get it. Pull the trigger, let it bang. Let's go, son. Anyways. Let's get into the news before we get into altcoins. Because I know all you guys are here for altcoins, but I'll make you wait a little bit. I got some good news to cover today, though. So first up, there is a large-scale crypto attack right now. So if you are using a hot wallet, it's better to not do any transactions at the current moment in time. The Ledger chief technology officer has warned of a large-scale crypto hack in JavaScript ecosystem and advises against making on-chain transactions for now. Okay, so if you're using like a Rabby wallet or a Phantom wallet or like a MetaMask wallet, maybe just cool it and just go trade perps on Blofin. All right, sign up to Blofin using my link down in the description below. But for the time being, I mean, look, man, this crypto world is crazy. Like, if you don't get wrecked in the market, well, there's people trying to literally rob you blind and scam you with phishing scams or these or they'll hack your wallet. Like, it's crazy, man. You have to be at the utmost aware, right? You got to be on your P's and Q's, basically. You can't be slipping out here. Because if you slip, the second you show any kind of weakness or complacency, they're going to come for you, right? They're going to come and try and take what's yours. You got to hold on to your assets. Write that down. Hold on to your assets. So yeah, stay safe out there, guys. But anyways, moving on. A big date is going to be on October 17th. So the SEC is going to host a public crypto roundtable on October 17th. I wouldn't be surprised if this marks like some kind of local top. All right, when they give you huge dates like this, it is typically a trap. Typically, it is a trap when they give you a big date like this. So anyways, we still have over a month until then. So if we pump really hard, like I've been saying in September, well, we want to be able to secure profits and prepare for the bad times. Because I know it seems like the bad times don't want to come when the times are good, but they do. Okay, so that's why you got to take the money when times are good, right? Secure your financial freedom when you're up huge in unrealized profits. Because when you don't, and it goes, when the market takes back those unrealized profits, it sucks. So, yeah, don't make that mistake. Also, moving on, some more stablecoin news. So Athena and Mega ETH are launching a native USDM stablecoin. So yeah, I mean, there's an article, I don't have it open right now, but like some Russian guy in the government was telling Putin how, you know, Trump and the US are basically going to use stable coins to try and like kind of do some kind of scam to pay back the debt or something. It's very clear that the US is using stable coins as like the tippy top of the banana republic before everything just implodes. You know, we are at the very late stages of this system of the US dollar, and this stablecoin push is like the last hurrah to just like take as much as possible before it just goes kaboom. If you guys follow Good Alexander, he made a really good video about this over the weekend. I recommend watching it. But yeah, like I've said, you have until 2030, because after 2030, everybody who is not like wealthy and doesn't have assets will be a central bank digital currency universal basic income slave. So you have until 2030. Me, you, everyone. We have until 2030 to basically make it. After that, if we don't make it, we're fucked. So you got to be on your P's and Q's, man. You can't be fucking around right now. It's go time. It's time to get serious. Also, now moving on. So I got asked yesterday in my Sunday live stream, somebody asked me if I'm going to stream on Pump Fun. And my answer was no, absolutely not. I did use more explicit language, but basically my answer was no, absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. Why? Why would I never stream on Pump Fun? Well, here's an article from Solidus Labs, an AI research lab here. And this is an article from earlier in the year, but the data is still relevant. So the 2025 rug pull report. Rug pulls and pump and dumps on Solana. Remember what I was just saying about stablecoins? Like, it's the last hurrah to max extract before the US dollar implodes. Who launched a meme coin and rug pulled it on Solana? The president of the US did, okay? Trump, Melania, Libra, Yeezy, all from the same entity, Kelsier Ventures, that cabal. They all use Solana to rug pull. But anyways, the point I want to get to. So we're not going to go through this entire long research report. This summary says, our comprehensive research reveals the alarming scale of fraudulent activities on Solana. Approximately 98.7% of tokens on Pump Fun and 93% of liquidity pools on Radium have exhibited characteristics of pump and dump schemes or rug pulls. This is why I'm not going to go stream on Pump Fun. I'm not some snake leech like half of the fucking people out here that are making crypto content nowadays. If you guys want to go watch that shit, go watch it. But I'm not about that, okay? It's absolutely coward snake leech behavior. Yeah, I mean, this is just a fucked industry, basically. It's disgusting. But yeah, I mean, I will never go stream Pump Fun on Pump Fun. I mean, I'll look at the Pump Fun chart. I don't hate it. I'm not going to date it. I will just trade it. But I know, it is absolute garbage. It is trash. It is pond scum. It is the lowest tier of human being possible. Bunch of shit munchers basically out here. But yeah, that's why, anyways, let's move on now. Let's see. Some other big news. NASDAQ makes a push to launch trading of tokenized securities. Right? We know how BlackRock has said everything is going to be tokenized. Look, recently, somebody from, like a major guy from BlackRock just went to like the Ethereum Foundation or something like that. Don't quote me on that exactly. I can get an article. I don't have it open right now. But it's very clear. It's very clear that the very powerful people in high places that pull the puppet strings are making all these moves happen. When somebody from BlackRock, who owns basically all of the assets in the US, I mean the world, when they basically change from BlackRock to Ethereum, well then it's clear as day. It doesn't get any more obvious that the powers that be are here in full force, and they are making all of these things happen. So yeah, tokenized securities are going to be launched on the NASDAQ very soon. This is breaking news from just a few hours ago. And other than that, that's our news for the day, guys. Be sure to follow me on X or Twitter at CCellCrypto. Let's get me to 10K Twitter followers. Let's go. Come on. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. With that being said, it's time to get into these coins. Let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. If you guys are just tuning in right now, I see a bunch of people just joined into the live stream. What's up, guys? Smash up the like button. You did miss a lot. We've been live for about 30 minutes, and I mean, we are just absolutely ripping today. So you guys are going to have to catch the replay, but for now, stick around. You came to the good part where we're going to go over the altcoin charts. All right, so we went over Doge. We're looking for that Monday low sweep at around 22.5. Don't FOMO into it now. Let's see. Litecoin is really underperforming. So the idea is still to potentially catch a dip into like 103 over here if given. That's a major stretch. Excuse me. For now, same kind of thing. I'd be looking for a Monday low sweep. It's just choppy. Not really worth paying too much attention to Litecoin right now. But when it does move, it's going to come in over here into 124. So it's going to be a nice trade. It's just about getting an entry. So maybe if you sweep the Monday low around 111, 110, you can catch a move like 11% or so up to 124. But yeah, for now, let's just kind of move on. XRP here. And for XRP, yeah, don't overcomplicate this. I like this. Like, this is all liquidity over here. Could put a trend line. Right? Notice like the higher low. This. So none of these lows got swept. So it's also lines up perfectly with the Monday low. So it would be perfect at like $2.85 to long it. That'd be a perfect one. And locally, that would be right into the golden pocket too. So some nice confluence here on XRP at 285. Monday low sweep into higher. Cardano. I mean, these Dino coins are going to be moving, right? So $0.83. Same thing, right? So we just swept Monday's high. So I would look for this thing to come down to, yeah, around 83, below 83 cents. Stellar XLM. Hopefully you guys caught the long trade. We went over this on live streams. We went over this in the Crypto Empire Mastermind. So yeah, I mean, just we planned ahead. We called this well in advance, and it worked out perfectly, right? The major setup in the 1 week hidden order block. And I mean, decent move, right? It's up 9% right now. But the thing is, the target here for Stellar, I talked about it in this video that, I mean, it didn't even get 1,000 views, which is pathetic. But this video from 5 days ago, I talked about Stellar, and the target is a new all-time high. So what I've been doing is I'm just building a massive, low leverage, big position, okay? Because this thing is going to go make a new all-time high, probably to like $1. Even if it goes to 80 cents, I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. And, yeah, that's it. Subscribe to the channel. But perfect execution here in this trade. We love to see it. When it breaks this trend line, it's going to send. Chainlink. Man, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. Just look, this week, your job is to look to long a Monday low sweep. It's probably going to happen sometime around one of these events, whether that be core PPI on Wednesday or inflation CPI numbers coming in on Thursday. Okay. That's probably when you'll see these coins move into their Monday lows. We just ripped really hard. Okay, we ripped really hard. The market usually likes to punish late longers. So if you're like just longing something right now, you're usually going to be the sucker. Which is why I'm telling you, wait for a Monday low sweep. All right, so Link, that would be around $22.20. AVAX, we talked about AVAX on the higher time frame, right? How it's just setting up here for a really big breakout, right? You have the accumulation, basically. The flat top horizontal resistance into this consolidation. It's getting very tight. It is at the apex of this, ready to go. And yeah, I mean, the target's going to be like $60 to $80 on Avalanche. Okay, another one that I talked about in this video from... How did this video not even get 1,000 likes? Or 1,000 views? 890 views. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Anyways, yes, even this coin is going to go to like 60 to 80 bucks. Don't count on a new all-time high. The all-time high is like 130, right? There's going to be 140. There's going to be people saying, oh, it's going to make a new all-time high, all this bullshit. Nah, I would look to sell at $60 to $80. Okay, but this is like easy money. Look at this. This is a bottom setup. So yeah. I mean, it's kind of free money right now. If it was to drop, let's say it fakes out. I mean, even if it was to go down 20%, back to $20, that's like your max drawdown, I think, before it goes up like 100 to 150%. The risk reward is just crazy right now on these coins. Absolutely crazy, guys. Filecoin still in this massive accumulation. Another one that's kind of just screaming for a massive breakout. Okay, you have your descending trend line, neckline resistance, inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder here, head, and then your right shoulder. And yeah, I mean, when it breaks, it's going to go very hard. It's going to happen in a very compressed, short amount of time. This is how crypto always works. For months, years really, it does this. It chops around, it does nothing. It's brutal, it sucks. And then in like a very compressed 2-week, 3-week, 4-week span, it just goes up like hundreds or thousands of percent. That's how it works, okay? So that time is coming very soon. Filecoin, another one setting up massively. Let's zoom in and see what's going on here in the lower time frames. Same, man. Just look for the Monday low sweep around $2.37 or so. Same story. Gaming season's pretty obviously coming. If you look at the gaming charts, a lot of these things are just in these massive higher time frame accumulations. Axie 250 right now. This was a little test pump at the start of the month. Right, this happened on Sunday at the end of August. This was a test pump. I think this is the real pump now. So if you want to get into this trend, look for price below $2.43. Okay, buy the Monday low sweep for the continuation. All your gaming coins are going to run together like they always do. So Magic, Mana, Beam. Where's Beam? Beam over here. They're all going to run together. Okay, look at this daily time frame accumulation. Horizontal resistance. When it breaks, it's going to go hard. So yeah. Virtuals. A lot of people asking me about virtuals right now. Let's go look at this chart. Already on the watch list. We did talk about this one in the base video, which was just last week. But yeah, I mean, we've had our eyes on this, and as you can see, it's starting to move pretty large now. So big gap left behind. And when the daily candle, which just started, closes today, I mean, look, like this is why you don't want to FOMO. So Monday candle just closed. The Tuesday candle technically opened, even though it's still Monday night right here in the US. But you sweep the Monday high. I mean, maybe it just runs, but more likely than not, we're going to see this thing do some type of pullback before the continuation move up higher. So on the daily, there is a big level here, a 1-day hidden order block from 121 down to 116, And, this would line up. Now, this can happen where when a coin is very strong, it won't go to Monday's low. You'll see it hold the Monday mid-range. All right? So I can see that something like that happening where it comes into the Monday mid. Maybe it wicks down here, but the candle bodies won't really, close below the Monday mid-range, which is at $1.21. And then it will continue up. But regardless, I wouldn't buy it right now up here at 128. Minimum, I would be looking for 121 to 117. And then for the best possible entry, you want to be looking at around $1.12, which would be a Monday low sweep before continuation up higher. But yeah, this thing has started to move. It's looking very good. Just like AI16Z, it's a major gainer. So these are the AI agent coins. Even Blofin was up 10% today. So AI agents coming back. I was just looking at Blofin. Where is it? Whatever. All right, here's Blofin. It's still really on the bottom. It's up 40% over the past week. But yes, it's starting to look interesting again. Very interesting stuff. Swarms as well. Swarms another one, AI agent coin, where it's starting to get interesting again. In the past week, this thing is up like 30%. So you love to see it. So with Solana doing well, these Solana memes probably gonna, pump. Fartcoin, one of them, that's been just really slow and boring, but it has corrected to a pretty interesting level down here at around 69 cents. Pretty funny how the bottom for Fartcoin was 69 cents before it's starting to look like it wants to reverse. But this is how crypto works, guys. Like, the whole market is a speculative meme. So that's why Fartcoin bottomed here at literally 69 cents. Technically it's 68.3, but this is the perps chart. Let's go, or the next C chart. Let's go look at Bybit or Binance. It's 68.3. They probably tried to make it 69, but with some big sell order, it hit 68.3. The market makers are trolls. They are memes. They use these numbers because they are jokesters. All right, that's not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. We just got a super chat. Shout out to John Jessup. Guys, let's go. Thank you for that super chat, man. I appreciate the support. He says, preach about the frailty of fiat currency and the gathering storm that will replace it, please. So you want us to talk about how frail and weak and how fiat currency is on its last dying day. All right, well, yeah, I know a thing or two about that. So if you guys haven't read the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, you should read that book. It talks about the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913. And basically, when the Federal Reserve was created, they started to print money out of thin air. Bankers from Europe decided to come to the U.S. And by the way, the Federal Reserve is not federal. Okay, it is a private corporation, and they also don't have any reserves. Because in 1971, Nixon took the dollar off of the gold standard. The dollar used to be backed by gold. But after 1971, go look at the birth rate charts. Go look at the happiness charts. Go look at the everything charts. After they took the dollar off of the gold standard, everything has been trending down. Okay? This is all by design. They don't want you to be happy. It's simple. They want you to own nothing. And they say, be happy. Eat the bugs and live in the pots. Fuck that. All right? You have to take radical responsibility and self-ownership and basically make sure that you're not just some UBI slave. Because yes, as the super chat suggests, fiat currency is on its last dying leg. And they're just running the system into the ground before it just completely implodes right now. Like, there's still people that like are supporting Trump and being like, yeah, like, you know, he's doing great things. I mean, look, he's a funny guy. He's got a great sense of humor. He still makes me laugh. Okay, but I know the truth behind all this stuff. He doesn't give a fuck about you, man. He doesn't care about like the common American. He literally is he's in it for himself right now. That's why he's launching like the rug pulls on Solana. That's why he's launching World Liberty Finance. That's why he's launching his own stablecoin USD1. It's like it's all to benefit himself and his family basically. And it's also just because he knows that the dollar is on its last dying leg before just max implosion. So before I say too much here, John, thank you for that super chat, dude. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Anyways. Angel with the super chat coming in. He says, what treble needs to explode? I got a good bag. Well, first of all, what does it need? Base needs liquidity. All right. We need to see base get an influx of juice. Because look at all the base charts. Okay, here's Brett. By the way, I was looking at Brett. We'll look at treble in a second. This is related to it. We were looking at Brett on yesterday's live stream, and what did I say? I said it's time to pump. 10% move. Did you fade on? But anyways, look at all the base charts. All right, Brett, the biggest one. Treb, Clanker, another one. Right, if you look at Clanker, been trending down. Miggles, another one, just been trending down at the bottom of this range. Keycat, big meme on base. I'm bullish on Keycat. I think it will do really well. I think it's going to send. But another one trending down, not pumping, just kind of losing market share. Let's see, Moonwell, trending down. Toshi, it's kind of sitting on this trend line here. Looks like a very interesting spot for Toshi. Ski Mask Dog, another one, kind of just trending down. It's kind of in this demand zone, right? So what treble needs to succeed is it needs base to start to pump again, okay? And really, like, base is Ethereum. So it needs ETH to start flying. And we need to see liquidity flow into base. Because look at all of the base coins. None of them are really doing anything right now. Not just treble. Literally all of them are not doing anything. So that's what treble needs to pump. That's what every coin on base needs to pump. Go study what happened in March of 2024 to like April, May. The liquidity was just juicing into base. And everything was just pumping. We hit several 100x meme coins right here at Crypto Empire when the juice was flowing on base. But then it just it dried up. It just kind of stopped. All right. So we need the juice to come back to base, basically. And that's what any coin on base needs to succeed and do well. That's it. That's it, lads. That's it. Smash the like button, everyone. When it comes to ETH as well, so there's ETH layer 2s. Here's Starknet. And this is an interesting one. I think this one's going to another kind of free money opportunity. The current price is 12 cents. I've talked about ZK Sync, right? ZK Sync, another one. All these ETH layer 2s. Starknet's a newer one. They did their airdrop, right? And I mean, look at the chart. It's just been basically raped and pillaged since it launched in February 2024. But it looks like it's time for this thing to turn around. All right. Big 1 month supply zone over here, or hidden order block, I should say. It's at 37 to 40 cents. The current price is 12 cents. Like, this is an easy trade up here. All right. This is an easy trade. 200% or so. It's not a flashy 10x. No, it's not, but it's still 200%. Where else can you get 200% when a high confidence one too? Same setup as Filecoin as well as a lot of others. Inverse head and shoulders. Head and shoulder. Yeah, I mean, ETH beta play. It looks sendy. It looks ready to send. So it looks like a good one too. Lido LDO. Here's ZK Sync. Another ETH layer 2. They all have the same look, man. They're all in this just bottom accumulation. Like I said, for like most of the year, most of the time, altcoins do nothing. And then in a very compressed amount of time, when they go, they go. All right. But most people can't sit through the boring, choppy period, which happens for like 6 to 12 months at a time. And what they do is they only buy after the compressed amount of time after the pump happens. This is retail in a nutshell, right? They don't buy during this time. They buy when it's already up here. And they think they're going to get rich or whatever. And then they end up being exit liquidity and it goes back to the bottom. So right now is actually still like, look at the title of the stream. Face melting altcoin season is almost here. It's not here yet. We're not in altcoin season yet. Like, if you buy some shit now, you'll probably make some really good returns. Just like Big Sean said at that concert. Obviously, don't buy like I wouldn't buy XRP at all, especially here. You can trade it in and out, but anyways, that's I'm trolling. But yeah, looking at, if you pick some right coins right now, you're going to be able to see some good returns, I think. A lot of coins are looking really good. So anyways, guys, we're going to leave it at that right now. I do appreciate you all being here right now. Smash up that like button if you haven't smashed that like button yet. If you're new here to Crypto Empire and you aren't subscribed for some reason, hit the subscribe button down below and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream today. And yeah, I mean, let's see if we can start picking things up here and start getting these likes. I want to see 1,000 likes in the stream. I want to see 1,000 likes on my videos. I want to see 1,000 people watching the stream. So let's pick it up. I need your help to do that. I need you to watch. I need you to share. I need you to like. I need you to subscribe. So, you know, I show up here for you guys. I would appreciate it if you can just hit the like button and subscribe. It's free if you haven't done that. But anyways, everyone, appreciate you all being here. Remember, sign up to Blofin using my link down in the description below. Apply to the Crypto Empire Mastermind. And I will see you very soon in the next video. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. Stay up, stay blessed. Have a good one.